Welcome back, everybody. Today, I want to talk a little bit about what you can do when you're feeling stuck. And very specifically, when you're feeling stuck and you don't have access to a coach for whatever reason, and you don't have access to a mentor for whatever reason that is. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't be able to have the same kind of support, the ethos of that support, to help you navigate those moments when you are feeling stuck. So let me set some context for you and walk you through a two-step process that you can use to lean into the people who care about you the most to help them help you. So imagine for a moment you're experiencing a crisis situation. It's 3 a.m., 4 a.m., it's the middle of the night, your local time. Who are the people that come to mind? Who's the person or the people that come to mind that you immediately want to call because, one, they're going to take your call at 3 a.m. or whatever time it is in the middle of the night, and they're equally as concerned because they know if you're calling them that late, something's up. And you're not going to hear, why you calling me so late? I'm sleeping. You're not going to hear that. You just know that equally, with measured tone, they're going to respond with the same kind of concern, which is what prompted you to call them. So if you've got those people identified in your head, hold on to them for a minute, because what you want to do is you want to set up some time, whether you live in the same city or you're in the same time zone, maybe it's face-to-face or maybe it's virtual. Set up some FaceTime to sit down and walk them through two questions that is likely to open up a very profound conversation with the hopes that opens up a pathway for you to get unstuck. So the first question in sequential order you want to ask them is this: what is it they see in you that you don't see in yourself? The design behind this question is a blind spot question. As profoundly intelligent as you might be, we all have blind spots, and you're no different. The people closest to you, the beauty of having intimate relationships is that they will often see your blind spots and see your patterns and your triggers, but also will see the greater potential and what's possible for you with greater clarity than you would, because it may sit in your blind spot. So that first question you ask, what is it they see in you that you don't see in yourself? And the beauty of 3 a.m. people is that they know your belief system, they know your integrity, they know your history, they know your narrative. And when you put that together with the fact that they have skin in the game because they want the best for you, that question is going to open up a response that likely will be the beginnings of a conversation that should start to break whatever that hold is on what's creating that stuckness for you. Once you get through that first question and whatever follows after that, then you've asked the second question. And the second question is this: what is it they want for you? Very different question. And this is forward-facing, understanding your blind spots, understanding your potential, understanding potentially maybe what might be holding you back. In good faith, they can see something that they want for you. And it's often profound to hear what others who really have your best interests at heart, who have skin in the game, with whom there's goodwill, which means they can say what needs to be said without you feeling the need to get defensive and say no or reject it, or you will accept and embrace what they've got to say because you know that these are not the kind of people who are going to lead you astray. These are people who have your best interests at heart. The design behind this question, what is it they want for you, is potentially they can see a pathway that you're not exploring. Or it may be that, the responses to both these questions are already things you've talked about in the past, but the context and the setup for this conversation is slightly different, and it can impact what you hear this time around. Now, it's just a 2-question prompt, but it's likely that conversation can go anywhere between 20 minutes to 30 minutes. In some cases, from experience of talking to others who have used this approach, it can end up, turning into a 2-hour evening between a husband and a wife, or between partners. Whatever opens up for you, just if you're feeling stuck, and as I said at the very beginning, if you don't have access to a coach or a mentor for whatever reasons that it may be, you can try this and see what it does for you. And if you do, and it works to success, I'd love to hear, what people have said for you in the past. And if you have a different approach that you use that help you get unstuck when you don't have access to a coach and a mentor, love to hear from you, and then spread that, throughout the ecosystem of the audience that's listening to this message as well. Until next time, folks, take care and be well.